number of x over here in general. Okay, in general, 120x is a revenue, and then you subtract the cost, which is 50x plus 6,300. So when you remove the parenthesis over here, minus 50x, you minus, yeah, be careful. Your main problem is that when you subtract, you do not apply this parenthesis. Okay, so you subtract here, so 70x minus 6,300. Okay, so this is the profit, and then find the break-even point. What is a break-even point? When you talk about business, this break-even, that means just revenue and the cost, they are equal. So you didn't make any profit yet. However, the good news is this revenue minus cost equals 0. So revenue, yeah, equals cost. So at least you recover the cost. Okay? So that is, I think it's better this way. Yes, of course you can set up, okay? You can set up this and make it 0. On the other hand, if you make a mistake over here, you are going to make another mistake over here. Is that right? Okay? So do not take a chance. That's why I put it over here. By putting this way, there is no reason to make a mistake. Okay? So the revenue is 1200x, 120 times x. Cost is 50x plus 6,300. So subtract 50x, 70x equals 6,300. So x equals 90. Okay? X equals 90. That is the break-even point. Okay? So that means until you sell 90 of them, you don't make any profit. Even though you have money in the cash register, but that money goes to the part that you already spent. Okay. But after that, everything is going to be profit. Yes. That's why when you do business, yes, compute break-even point. That is the exact thing that you need to do. So imagine a performing artist, okay, selling tickets, performing, those tickets and performance tickets. Well, how many tickets does she or he have to sell to cover the cost? Yes, they have to think about those things. So this is not just for just for any kind of job. As long as you have a job, and many times there's some kind of business, yes, you are going to think about those money issues. All right. So we took care of all these, a little bit of equation part. Okay. Now we go to the money part over here. Okay, we start from page 2 in the top. Mrs. Thomas received a $300,000 loan for her house at 6% interest compounded monthly for 30 years. Well, in short, principal is $300,000 and 6%, R is 6%, and T is 30 years, and compounded monthly, so compounded monthly. So we summarize, R equals 0.06, T equals this, monthly that says M equals 12. Okay, so what is I? I is 0.06 divided by 12, that is 0.005. 6% for whole year, so each month has 0.5%. Yeah, you can do it that way. So how many times she is going to make a payment? Yes, that is N, that's what that means N, 30 years, 12 times a year, so 360 payments of this. Yeah. So what is her monthly payment each month for the loan? Okay, so we call it in annuity problem, this is called what? Rent. Okay, so what kind of formula do you need? That is I over 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n times p. Yeah. Once you put it in there, yes. When you take the final exam, yes, all the necessary, of course all the formulas are printed in the lecture note, okay? Or you make just on one page all the formulas together. Just you make your own reference sheet, okay, as you did for the exam too, okay? So I is 0.005 over 1 minus 1 plus 0.5 to the what power? Negative 360 power times 300,000. Okay. Of course, when you have two parts like this, yes, you are going to open a parenthesis. And over here, you can do this one in your head. So it's going to make it like a parenthesis 1 minus 1.005 to the negative 360 power. Yeah. By doing this way, you don't need two parentheses. Just one parenthesis will be okay for this. Okay. Once you do that, you are going to have $1,798.65. Okay, almost $1,800. So Mrs. Thomas will pay almost $1,800 a month for the next 30 years. Okay. B. How much interest will she pay throughout the life of the loan? Yes, it's typical language, the life of the mortgage. Okay, so what is going on over here? So this is her monthly payment. She is going to make 360 times. So 1798.65. And they make 360 payments. But how much money did she receive for the loan? That is 300,000. Okay. So this is the total interest paid. Total interest paid. So it's going to be a huge amount. It's going to be a huge amount. That is 347,514. Yeah, because of this, the last one, 65, is going to be, I'm sorry, whole number. So it is going to be a whole number. So as you see, she borrowed 300,000, but she pays for what? Almost $50,000 more than that for the whole interest. Okay, that is a lot of money she has to pay. But as a customer, we have no other choice, right? Can you buy a house with just cash? Do you have again that much of cash? Of course, some of you or some people, but not many people. Vast majority of people will go to the bank and borrow money. Okay. Okay, here. I'm sorry, I was expecting a phone call, so at least I had to let the person know, okay? The next one is part C. What is the unpaid balance after 10 years? Okay. This is a very sticky issue, unpaid balance after 10 years. So let's say after 10 years, so that means after 120 payments, she decides to move. So she's going to sell the house, okay? So at that point, what she's going to look at, well, how much money still do I owe the bank? That is unpaid balance, okay? So unpaid balance is a principal for the remaining payments. Okay, how much payments? Well, 120 after 120, so 240 payments are still left. Okay, so this is going to be principal for the 240 payments. So what kind of formula you are going to use? Yes, this P is going to be here 1 minus 1 plus remaining portion of the mortgage, so that is 240 divided by 0.005 multiplied by the rent. Okay, so by multiplying by this, guess what? She borrowed $300,000. She finished 1/3 of her responsibility, right? 1/3 of the responsibility. Well, that means you feel like she paid off about 100,000? No. The remaining balance is unpaid, yeah? Yeah. Over 250,000 is still left, okay? Over $250,000 is still left. So that is called unpaid balance. Okay? Yes, it's very, very important thing. I'll definitely ask in the final exam. Okay. Yeah, the next type is you compare two options. Is it more profitable to receive option A, a lump sum of $20,000 now, or option B? Okay, you have two options. So option A and option B. You receive now $20,000, or to receive $1,800 at the end of each quarter for 3 years. So $1,800 per quarter year for 3 years. Okay? Assume that money can earn 8% interest compounded quarterly. Okay? So, this option A, you receive $20,000 now, and you do not go out shopping with that money. No, you are going to put that money in the bank and just wait. For how long? For 3 years. So money sits in the bank. You deposit only one time. So is this an annuity problem or not? This is not annuity problem. This is simply what? The compound interest problem. Compound interest problem. On the other hand, for this one, you are going to receive $1,800 per each quarter. So every 3 months, you receive $1,800 for 3 years. So you receive repeatedly, and then again, each time when you receive it, you are going to deposit in the bank. Okay, you are going to deposit in the bank, and you do it repeatedly many times. So this is an annuity problem. So how we are going to compare this? The two different concepts and the two different timeline, correct? So in order to compare these two options in a fair way, we are going to wait and then see. Okay? Wait and see. This is a timeline. This is no good. And you are going to wait for 3 years because this one you are going to receive for 3 years. Okay? So money is sitting in the bank is going to grow. Okay? It's going to grow that at this rate. So how much you are going to have? Well, that is 20,000 times 1 plus. What is I? Yes, either this I, either this or this, doesn't matter. Option A or option B, either 0.08 divided by 4, that is 0.02. It's a 2% per quarter year. So 0.02 to the what power? Well, you are going to go through 4 quarters a year times 3. So n equals 4 times 3. That gives you 12. Yeah, n equals 4. So this is 12 power. So how much is that? The money will grow to this $25,364.84. Okay? Now, after 3 years, in other words, you receive this much money for 12 times how much money you are going to have in the bank. So that is a future value. Okay? But this is annuity. Yeah. Annuity future value. And that one formula is going to be 1 plus I 0.02 to the what power? 12 power, subtract 1, divide by 0.02, and then multiply by rent. Yes, you receive $1,800 each time, so multiply by 1,800. Okay, you compute that, that is $24,141.76. So guess what? This one is more than 25,000. This one is less than 25,000. So which option is better for you? Yes, this option A is better for you. Okay? So the most important thing, you are going to look at compare the money at the same timeline. Until then, look at each problem and what is this? Compound interest problem or annuity problem. So you are going to apply the correct formula. Okay. I'm sorry that I have to do this way. I really want you to do a Zoom lecture, okay, live, and so that some of you can join. However, I had a bad experience in my college algebra class, okay, and after that, I decided not to. It upset me very much, and I had to stop. So I didn't use the videotape, and then I redid the whole thing on the camcorder and posted on YouTube. Okay, so well, so that's why I'm doing this. I don't feel good, but at the same time, I don't want to take any chance. Okay, yeah. You hear about some Zoom bombing stuff, and yeah, that's not good. I don't know why people do that, but obviously it was my students or some student's friend. Okay, they are sitting together, they are bored, and they decide to do just prank on this, but yeah, I don't know why. All right, so now we go to the problem. Yes, number 6 on page 3. Yeah, page 3, number 6. Okay, Teddy and Tracy will buy a $180,000 home with $20,000 down payment. The mortgage loan will have 4.8% rate. Yeah, right now it is going to be like this. Yes. Compounded monthly with a 30-year term. Of course, this is a monthly. Okay. What is the unpaid balance after 100th payment? Okay, so unpaid balance after this 100 payments. So, what is that? Well, so that is exactly, that is P4 of this, of the remaining, how many payments? 260 payments. This one sounds like a simple, but this is a very complicated problem, because I said here, we know the concept. Unpaid balance is a principal of remaining 260 payments, but what is your payment in the first place? We don't know, right? Yeah, so this is unexpectedly, yes, you are going to first, you are going to compute this monthly payment first. Payment first, and then compute unpaid balance. Okay, UB for unpaid balance. So what is the payment? What is the payment? So that is, oh, by the way, yes, I almost forgot about that, yes. When they bought the house, they put $20,000 down. So that means, yes, this is the house price, they paid this, so how much is the loan? The loan is just $160,000. Okay, the loan amount is $160,000. So, got that? So let's compute monthly payment first. So monthly payment is the R, the rent. Oh. The monthly payment is R. So that is what? Okay. So what is it? R is 0.048 and M is 12. So I equals divided by 12, 0.004. N equals 360. Okay? So here we go. 0.04 over 1 minus 1 plus 0.004, I'm sorry. 0.004 to the negative 360.